So finally back in the bush. Just drove down now, it's about 1 o'clock, and we're going to go see if the camera's still there. So fingers crossed, we're just going slowly. There's Grace. Right, moment of truth, it should just be down in there. There she is. You little ripper. Only shit thing is that this has happened. So that's fallen down on top of it, but fuck knows how long that's been on there for. That's what I was looking at. I just had a quick look at the camera and it's very promising. So we swapped the batteries out, gonna put it back on the tree. The rub there doesn't look like it's been used a great deal, but come into the rut, I think it will be. So I'm gonna put the camera back up and yeah, come back in another couple of months and see what's on it. So while we were fucking around with the camera, we actually had two little fellow come up the game trail here towards us. And I think they hit our wind and fucked off over the hill. So we're going to have a poke over that into the next gully. They weren't sort of too worried, so we're going to see if maybe they've pulled up in the next gully. But we'll have a look and see. But yeah, pretty good. Like literally 30 minutes out of the car, seen 2 deer. So bloody promising. That is very, very fresh. So, Chris is just down there. And just down there. That was a nice, I think it was a fallow. I think it was a fallow buck. A jockey one. Seen us, I've got the camera on him and he's fucked off that way. But yeah, pretty wicked. Definitely in this new system. We've dropped over into a new system. And yeah, it seems to be paying off. So we've seen 3 deer in about an hour, which is pretty wicked. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about shooting one at this point, but if Chris can get onto one, that'd be sick. And he was sitting just down in there, just looking at us. Plan is to side hill around that way. We're going to try drop into the head of a couple of gullies I haven't looked in before. So seen a few deer, and it's been pretty promising. So I'm just going to try and cover a bit of ground now, try and see a bit more new country and see if there's anything going on over there. Bit cold, mate.
After washing.
Yeah, it's got a wide ass, pretty sure it's so I had an absolutely rubbish sleep last night. It was howling
absolute dogs off chains. So feeling pretty shitty this morning, but we've come down to a new area. I'm just going to push through. The wind is a bit funny, it keeps swirling, so we're just going to head through here and try and link a couple of areas we haven't hunted before. So hopefully find some new ground and maybe put a camera out on a new spot if we can. Got a real nice game trail that runs through here. I think horses have been using it. So unsuccessful on that last little hunt. So just head back, we're gonna have a cook up and then we're gonna drop into another spot and have a look for the Savo. We'll probably have a kip for lunch because last night's sleep was absolute dog shit. So there's the Barbie. Got the Barbie cranking, a couple of snags. That's good. So we're heading out for the afternoon hunt. It's about 4 o'clock. Sundown is about 7:45. So actually heading back into where I shot my big buck last rut. Hopefully going to put a camera up and just sort of get a bit of a lie of the land, see what's been going on, if there's still deer in here or if they're moving about. But yeah, it's starting, the regrowth is, it's not too bad, but it's definitely thicker than last time. So hopefully we see something we can set up on an opening and just have a bit of a glass. Chris just bumped a, looked like a little spiker up in here. Just punted off that way. We're in the right area, which is good. So I just found a ripper little spot. It's this really nice flat little bench with a lot of clover and stuff on it. So I've set up a camera and we're going to see what we can pick up. Hopefully it's something promising because there's some really good stag sign in here. So come back in a couple of months and see what's here. So morning of day 3, got back into camp pretty late last night, saw a few deer on that fringe country. So we're going to plan this morning is, so that fringe country runs all along sort of there. So we've come up about 150, 200 metres. I'm just going to jump into the bush and side hill along it for probably a couple of k, just see if we can bump anything. So we saw a heap of deer on that fringe country last night, but you can't shoot them there. So I'm going to try to get them when they're coming back in. So it's about 6 o'clock now. So yeah, should be a good day. Seen a heap of deer this trip, which has been good.
this whole area is absolutely riddled with sign. There's that game trail that comes in along here, and it's just prints everywhere. There's a couple of old rubs in here, and then trail leads further on up into that thick shit. So I think they're bedding up in there, so I'm going to try it. Just cruise on up in there. I think it'll be a bit of a fact-finding mission today, because I think we won't be able to bump anything. But it's good to know for next trip. Maybe we can sit up and wait for him to come out along this trail. So, following this game trail up, see through here, it leads to old rutting stand. See that? Absolutely touted up. Giving it a fucking hiding. That was over there. So, found this old rutting stand, and it's just, whoever's been in here's been absolutely flogging it. So, this would be a really good spot come the rut, because it looks like it's been used year after year, but just all the trees got the fucking full logging. So, yeah, that's a promising bit of sign.
So we saw absolutely 0 deer this morning. We're back at camp, we're just having a cook up, and then we're going to pack up camp and move to another part of the forest for the Savo's hunt. And tomorrow we're heading off home early, so fingers crossed we can find some deer this Savo. We haven't hunted this part as well, so I don't know, we'll see, but it looks promising on the maps. Anyway, we'll have a feed and we'll get a wriggle on. Just dropped into the head of this gully system we want to check out. It runs all the way down to some farm fringe country, but it's an absolute bugger to get to, so hopefully not many people hunt it. And it's thick as, I don't know if you can see Chris there. So yeah, we're hoping the deer are bedding up in here and then going down to the farm fringe to feed. And we're going to try and come down on top of it. The wind's perfect, so yeah, let's see what happens. Crossing through there and then heading up into that's the farmland over that hill. So I made it down to the river, which is what we wanted, and the game trail is what we're looking for, so we're just trying to work out where they're crossing over into the neighbouring property, but it looks really well used. But that was the shittest hike to get down here. It was just the thickest rubbish to get through, so I don't know how feasible it is to actually hunt this joint, because you just make so much noise getting down here. It's good exercise. So made it back to camp. That last hunt wasn't a success. I just spoke to Chris on the radio, and apparently he's almost stood on a brown snake. So memorable end to the trip. Yeah, not a bad trip at all. Found some really cool new ground. I'm definitely keen to check out more. Where that second camera got put out is just it looks really, really promising. So it'll be interesting to see in a couple of months what the camera picks up. The first camera, yeah, blown away with what images I got off that. So I'll probably do a separate episode and you can see all them. But no, it was a good trip,
good to get away, explore some new country. It's the first trip back since bloody lockdown, so it's been bloody fantastic to get back in the bush. So if you're, hopefully you guys are all getting amongst it, and yeah, bring on the rut.